Valentine's Day is literally just around the corner. And last year, I made something not so pretty for Valentine's Day. And that's why this year, I'm going to do something even better and create a big, giant, very pretty box of chocolates. I'm going to make a huge box of chocolates. And mind you, it's not really going to be legitimate chocolates in the box, but it will be big. Here's the plan. I'm going to take some of this foam that I have from Home Depot and cut 2 hearts out so that whenever they lay over top of each other, one side will be the bottom of the box and the other side will be the top. And then I'm going to take these littler pieces and cut them into tiny little segments. So they'll be about like that big so that I can wrap them around the edges of the heart and kind of like create like a box look. So let's get started. To start this out, I just taped a bunch of paper together and then cut a heart shape out of it. Then I took that heart shape and traced it onto my insulation board. Once I was on there and I was happy with it, I cut it out 2 times. Then I went and cut a bunch of little foam blocks, followed by a layer of Mod Podge on the tops of both hearts. Everything that I could possibly do today is completely finished. They're cut out, they have been Mod Podged on the outside so that when I spray paint them, the spray doesn't eat through the foam. They're drying, and there's literally nothing else that I can do today to do anything with this project. So I'm gonna call it a day and come back tomorrow and finish them. All right, I am back at it for day 2 and ready to put all of this together. So what I'm going to do now is take the heart that is dry, and I'm going to add the little blocks, I guess, that I cut out around the edges of it so that it will look like a box. And then hopefully get everything spray painted. I think I can get it all done today. I have the box completely built. It's all ready to go. The next thing I need to do is I already gave the coat on the inside a coat of Mod Podge. Now I need to do the same thing on the outside. So that is what I'm going to do now. I'm going to do the outside and the inside of this so I can spray it all with spray paint. It doesn't eat through. So let's just get that done. Okay, so the next thing I need to do is actually make the candy cup paper. So think like Reese cups and like the paper that comes around the Reese. So what I'm going to do here is take this roll of black paper, it's black on both sides, and I'm going to just cut it to the length like that the balloon will fit in. And then I'm going to basically accordion fold it front and back, cut it in half, and then glue it together or tape it together. And then put the candy in the inside of the tube. I'll need to make probably, I actually have no idea how many. I didn't actually measure, so we're just gonna find out how many fit inside of our candy box. But luckily, I do have how high they all need to be, or like the height of everything. So it needs to be a little shorter than one of the pieces that go on the side. So I'm going to do a test run of what this will look like and show you when that's finished. So I have it all made and it looks fine, it looks good, looks like it's supposed to, but I'm trying to test out like sizing of balloons. So I have one that's a little bit more blown up and then I have one that isn't. I think that they both look fine, but what I noticed about the bigger one is it kind of makes it look more like a circle, and I think I want it to look a little bit more like wrapped. So maybe the smaller one is better. This is sticking to me because when I use the smaller one, you can see the like wrapped pieces in it, and I think that looks nicer. So I'm probably going to do the smaller balloon. I think that will look nicer. The only other option is to make the rolled paper a little bit longer so that it has more room to flex. So maybe I'll play with this a little bit, but that is what it should look like. And then they will all sit inside of the box. The other thing that I need to do is make like the toppings for the chocolate. So I need to get some paper and cut them into like little swirlies that maybe were like piped on or sprinkled. I think I'm almost actually done with this after I get these made and that spray painted, so that's kind of nice. So I'm gonna go ahead and get all of that done, and I will meet you back here when that's all finished. All right, so here we are on day 3. And you know, it's adorable when I say that it's going to be a really short project, because it's never a really short project. But yesterday I ended up getting basically everything all put together. The only thing is I was making the sprinkles for the tops of all of the candies, and that's just a process that I don't actually want to do. Like, I don't want to cut them by hand, so today I'm going to do it with my Cricut. So that is the goal for this morning, is to get everything cut with my Cricut, because they are very tedious to cut by hand. Everything is all finished now, and I think everything is looking really good. The bottom of the box with all the balloons in it looks pretty good. I ended up adding in some extra balloons because when I tipped it onto its side, which is how it will lay during like photo shoots and stuff, it looked like it was kind of sagging down. So I added some more balloons and little wrappers, but I did need to come back to the top of it because the top of the box just looked like a big red heart, and for some reason that was just really boring to me. So what I did is add a bunch of little hearts all over this top of the heart box. The thing is those are really hard to line up and get to look correct and straight, and they still might not. I spent literally like an hour trying to figure out, like, is this line straight? Is this straight this way? So they're probably not, but that's fine. I don't particularly care. They look straight enough. But I guarantee you when I go to edit this video, I'm gonna look at it and see something that's not correct, and I'm gonna just ignore it. But now it is time to put everything together over on a backdrop and get some pictures of it and some final footage so that you can see everything all together. But before I do that, let's go ahead and talk about some changes I would make if I was going to do this again. And quite honestly, there's really only one change that I might make, and it is the top of this, like the little piece I'm using for the wrap around the heart. There's nothing really wrong with it. I just wish it was just a little bit more sturdy because right now I can like flex it, and I just wish that it would stick out a little bit more like on its own. I did use, since it's EVA foam, a heat gun to make it like actually form to the shape that I need, but I wish that it was just a little bit more sturdy, and maybe using a thicker foam would help there. The other, I guess there's two. The other thing is the top is exactly the same size as the bottom, and if I wanted to make it a real box that could potentially close, the top needs to be just a little bit bigger so that it actually goes over the bottom and closes. It just kind of sits next to it right now, and that's fine for pictures, but if you really did want it to close, make your top bigger. That is all I have for this video. I hope that you enjoyed this, and if you make your own big giant box of chocolates, tag me and let me see it. I'd love to. But yeah, I'll see you all next time, and happy early Valentine's Day.